a training video by Carl Torsbin's Correctional Officers Make Mistakes. How they deal with these mistakes determines whether or not they're good officers. Accept that no matter how skilled or experienced you are, mistakes will happen. It's how you deal with these mistakes that really matter. If possible, preempt possible mistakes. Be proactive, not reactive. Learn from past errors and look out for the warning signs. This way you might be able to deal with an issue before it becomes more serious. If you do make a mistake, then take ownership for it from the start. Being honest and resisting the temptation to shift the blame is likely to win you the respect of your colleagues and superiors. Making a mistake can actually turn out to be a good opportunity to demonstrate your ability to think on your feet and make most out of a bad mistake. Own up to it, deal with it, don't avoid it. Consider that your mistake may have been at least partly caused by your work culture. Do you work too much? Is your workload too big? Addressing the possible issues can prevent future mistakes from happening. Make an assessment of your work and decide whether or not some of these apply to you. Even the best skilled and most experienced professionals can make a mistake at work. After all, they're only human. So accept that mistakes happen and realize from the start that's how you learn from errors and move forward. That matters the most. How you deal with it, how you accept it, how you manage it, are all keys in success. Indeed, while success in the workplace is mostly down to, you know your job, how you handle future or failures can also set you apart from your competitors and help you rise to the top. Many of us are brought up to believe that making a mistake is shameful. That's a sign of weakness. This is wrongful thinking and should change. Turn it around. The first step is to be aware that you can fail and to be prepared for it. Try to spot the warning signs. If you sense that projects will get on top of you, talk to your boss about extra resources and skills you'll need to complete the various jobs you've been asked to do on time and within budget or staffing patterns. Just because you talk about it doesn't mean they're going to give you the extra help, but you'll gain respect for your foresight. You'll become aware of common traps that increase your chances of making a mistake. If, for instance, you work for a company with a long hour culture, mistakes are more likely to happen. And as you know, overtime in corrections is such a culture and is unforgiving in nature as it causes you to multitask more than you realize. A survey carried out by one of the Human Resource Institutes found that more than one-third of work long hours have made significant mistakes in their jobs compared to only a quarter of people who work shorter hours. There's a direct correlation between how long you work. Take responsibility. Don't blame others for mistakes. Even if it's not your fault, playing the blame game means members of your team will be less loyal to you, and they may try to make you the fall guy for future screw-ups or cock-ups. Talk about a team failure instead, where people share the blame as a group. Come clean about your shortcomings. Don't simply hope that the mistake will go away by itself. And don't try to cover it up. Bosses don't like surprises, so you know there'll be trouble ahead. Such a failure to meet a deadline, spell it out to your boss or superior in advance. Offer a solution if you can. It will show your boss that you've thought about the situation, you've thought it through, and you can pick up points for being a problem solver. Don't talk yourself down. It's not good for team morale, and if you keep mentioning your mistakes, your colleagues will start to believe you're somehow lacking. It's better to apologize for something you did wrong and then forget about it. Leave the past in the past. Turn a negative situation into a positive. Making a mistake can actually turn out to be a good opportunity to demonstrate your ability to think on your feet and make something good out of a bad situation. Above all, as well as to owing up to your errors, offer a solution if you can. This will show your boss you've thought the situation through and you can pick up points for being a problem solver. Again, turn a negative into a positive. Additionally, top human resource experts advise you should do your boss a job for them. Tell them not just what went wrong, but why it went wrong. and what you're going to do about it. This takes away the need for your boss to take decisive action, such as reprimanding you or clearing up your mess, making everyone happy. Some of these things are not within your control, but it's still to be good to keep a sense of humor about the situation and keep your perspective. Deal with your mistake and move on. If you dwell on it and your errors, that it tends to reinforce to others, that you're not as positive as they thought that you were. So use your mistakes to accomplish something new. Use your mistakes to build your self-confidence. Take comfort in the thought that your failure to get a job or a promotion is rarely the reason or the result of your mistake. It's much more likely that someone else has just had more experience than you. And take it in stride. Remember, mistakes don't come with instructions. Thank you.